We're here to listen and open to any ideas. And I feel that empowerment gives people voice.
It's the people that really are passionate, evangelists, and love what you're doing is how you can grow a company.
In entrepreneurship, they say revenue is vanity and profits are sanity.
I'm going to steal that.
I do like that.
Welcome to this special MSP growth episode of Sunny Silver Linings. Joining Sunny today, we have two incredible leaders from SherpaDesk, Patrick Clements, CEO, and Michael Clements, Sales Director. Now, here's your host, the visionary founder and CEO of IT by Design and MSP Talent Authority, Mr. Sunny Kala. Over to you, Sunny.
Hi, Patrick and Mike. Welcome to my show.
Hey, Sunny. Hey, thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. Yeah, thanks for having us, Sunny.
I appreciate you guys joining me today to share your journey, your life lessons with the channel. And Patrick, we're going to start with you, my friend.
Okay.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about yourself and the greatest entrepreneurial lesson that you have learned to share with especially startup SMBs and MSPs.
Okay, so just to start, I am basically a 25-year trading entrepreneur. It's been, I guess, a curse and a gift. I've never actually worked for anybody. Started my first company in college. It was a network integration IT support company with my co-founder. We really focused on servicing K-12 and city municipalities. And then just really dovetailed that experience into starting to develop software. Launched our first software company in 2001. It was developing back office tools for IT support and MSPs. And then really found a niche in servicing a PSA platform, which is tracking time, managing projects, servicing assets, and launched another company out of that called SherpaDesk in 2012. I'll say my biggest lesson over the last 25 years is, and if I could go back to talk to myself when I was, 25 years old, is really focusing more on a specific niche and product and becoming really great at that one thing. I think when, we first started, we really were trying to boil the ocean and wanted to be the Google of the MSP space and provide all the tools and all the services to them. So if I would go back, 25 years, I would tell myself, just focus on that piece of aspect and don't go into inventorying systems and don't go into remote management and monitoring. Just really do that one thing well.
So do one thing well, go deeper into pick your niche, and then just go deeper into solving the biggest problem there.
That's right.
And being the best. How about you, Mike? Any leadership lesson that you would like to share?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I just kind of piggyback off of what Patrick was saying is just get laser focused on what you do really well. And so what we really focused on was not only helping our customers better support their customers and track their technicians' billable time expenses, but we also really focus on our customer supports, having that very personal relationship with our customers. We found that that's very important, especially with retention as well as with referrals. So most of our customers come to us from other customers, and they do that because they know that they love working with us. They can pick up the phone, they can contact us. We have an internal SLA that we will respond to all of our customers within the hour, and then we try to resolve all their issues within the same day, depending on the complexity of the issue. So really, honing in on that customer relationship that we have with our customers, as well as getting real specific on what we do really well.
Yeah, and I want to piggyback on that a little bit. One of the things we found out that's really important to us is not just making our customers happy, but once we make our customers' customers happy, then that's when you find real stickiness. And so that's one of the things we always try to promote internally is what is the solution that our customers need to help make their customers happy. And once you kind of find that, then you've you've got a lot of stickiness with retention, and it really decreases churn. Our churn rate is fantastic.
Yeah, well said there. Because if you can solve your customer's customer problem, their dangers, their opportunities, and help them leverage strengths that your customer have to serve that end customer better, then I think you become their friends. And at
That's
the end
right.
of the day, what Mike mentioned is more relationships, because people do business with people, not logos. And when you bring that relationship to the table, that is really awesome way to build a business. And my next question there, Patrick, for you is, you have been talking to a lot of partners, especially MSPs. What are some of the most common mistakes you see MSPs making, especially in the context of running their help desk, their service desk? So what are the common mistakes and what is your advice for them?
I'll say the pitfall that most MSPs that I see get into is really the lack of differentiation, like understanding like what we even talked about this before the call is like, what is your USP? What is your unique selling proposition that's going to differentiate you from everybody else in the market, right? You know, a lot of times things want to get boiled down to as a commodity in like pricing. And like if you're seen as a like a pricing competitor, then it's going to be very difficult for you to continue to like bring on new customers and even keep customers. So my advice is to find out what that is that makes you unique from everybody else and own that. And then the second thing, I see a lot of issues with, especially new MSPs, is poor pricing strategy. I think a lot of times they want to just dive in and just be the low cost provider and try to really earn that business. But the problem is they're going to be undercapitalized, and that doesn't set them up for growth. You know, a good saying is like always somewhat under promise and over deliver, and make sure that they're seeing that value that that you're actually charging. But don't try to like sell yourself short and be this low cost provider just to earn the business, because that's not setting yourself up for growth.
Yeah, so focusing more on value, that creating more value than what you charge in payments, and
Yes.
focus there so that it's not just revenue. In entrepreneurship, they say revenue is vanity and profits are sanity. And
I
for
love
any
it.
company,
I
I'm going to
like
steal that. I'm going to steal that,
I
Sonny.
do like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to steal that next time I'm
Yeah,
getting into a
for
pricing
any
discussion.
Yeah, for any company to be successful, they need to be cash confident and they need to be culture confident. And so right pricing is really important to sustain as a business and have successful business there. Mike, how about you? What are the common mistakes that you see in the channel?
So a lot of times when I'm dealing with, especially with new customers and setting up MSPs, is really how they set up their contracts. So the nice thing about SherpaDesk is that we have a very flexible contract manager. But when I'm setting up a new customer, I want them to get really specific on what their contracts and what they're delivering. So with smaller MSPs, I tell them just keep your contract simple, do what you do well, service those customers, and then as you grow and you can bring on more customers and bring on more technicians, then you can look and expanding your category list. But I try to keep things as simple as possible.
Thank you for sharing that. That's very important, because the standardization is really important for any business to be successful. If you have 100 agreements and every agreement looks different, that's not scalable. If you want to be everything for everyone, that's not a good idea.
It's not.
It's not. And trust me, it's like being an entrepreneur for so long, you've had this internal desire to like service the customer and grow your business and get new customers. But I would definitely challenge or encourage to be focused on who you are in the direction that you're going, and try not to look at that carrot or that shiny object in the far off mountain to like disrupt your business. It can be such a red herring. So I would definitely pause on that. But it's like, it's hard. Sometimes you just have to live it before you can actually understand it.
Yep. No, it took that wisdom. There's a lot of wisdom in what you just shared, Patrick and Mike. Let's talk culture. I'm very passionate about culture. At IT by Design, we call it culture by design. So I want to pick your thinking on culture. What do you think is key to building a great culture?
Yeah, culture is obviously people are the engine of a company, right? No matter how you slice it, it takes people to make a successful company. And it's the people that really are passionate, evangelists, and love what you're doing is how you can grow a company. Now, the trick is how do you make them passionate? How do you love what they're doing? Sometimes I feel like that's a somewhat of a moving target, especially as like from the old days of the cultures of the IBMs and you're wearing your blue suit, you feel part of this like larger than life company to today. When you see the startup culture is like, oh, you have to have like latte machines and ping pong tables. The culture is somewhat of a moving target. You can't use the past to like establish today's culture. So in my feeling, what I see now is a work-life balance, being able to allow people in your company to really experience life. I mean, now that the tools of today, people can do a lot more than they used to be able to do with the short amount of tools. So you don't necessarily have to be at your desk. You don't have to necessarily be that 9 to 5 grind. So for us, that gives we give a lot of autonomy at work and allow them to really own what they do, but also the ability to have a personal life and be able to really, enjoy the time with being on this planet and being with their family and being with their friends. I think is part of like a good foundation for culture, especially for our company. We don't have a lot of turnover, so it must be working.
Yeah, if it's working, it's working. What I heard you say is autonomy. That a lot of empowerment, a lot of autonomy, and also being very agile when it comes to like understanding the need of the employee voice, I call it, which is keep changing. So, Mike, what is your thinking on culture building?
The same, we actually encourage a lot of open communication and open ideas. So we're here to listen and open to any ideas. And I feel that empowerment gives people voice. It feels like they're being heard, and all ideas are discussed. So we encourage that. I mean, we encourage, they can reach out to Patrick anytime. They can reach out to our CTO anytime. They can reach out to me anytime. And so giving them the ability to contact us, and we're easy and readily accessible. They can talk to us, and we have the open door policy.
It basically transparency, right? Being like, we share all of our metrics internally. We share, our current development roadmap. There's not a lot of like hidden agendas or, singular line of thought. Everybody is allowed to participate in like the growth and ideation of, where we go every year.
So it's more of co-creating your way forward.
Yes.
Is the key. Yeah. So last question I have for you related to talent strategies is we always need to find and keep great people, top talent. Any strategies that you have used in the past which worked for you to attract top talent and keep good talent?
Well, the nature of our beast is growth. In order to attract top talent, you need to establish growth. You need to establish like a vision of where you're heading. It has to be exciting. It has to be advantageous both professionally and financially. So for us, being in the software as a service SaaS world, we have to continue to show growth. We have to continue to show like we're being innovative. We have to continue to show that like when you come here, you're going to be able to grow professionally with the company. You're going to be able to grow professionally or financially with the company. So there's that aspect to like procuring new talent. But, we also lean on our networks, especially in the development side. Our guys are very connected in their communities and in their networks. And so when we need to bring on new talent, we leverage internally people first to help bring in new talent. We're still a small company. So it's like we want to be able to have some validation or some type of authorization or from our internal employees says, hey, this is a good place to start. And this is, we're not coming at an unknown. We already know that this person has, the aptitude, the skills, and the company fit, the culture fit. So we'll start internally first before we, even go outside.
Referrals.
Referrals. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Internal. Yeah. Internal
I would think all of our developers came through a referral.
Yeah, that's right. I think maybe we hired one outside, but most of them come from internal networks.
Yeah. So I want to share something. I mean, I truly believe in like a referral-based hiring because people with good value system, where they are culturally aligned, the value system is aligned, they're going to be attracting more people like them. You attract who you are.
Yeah.
And okay, so any last comment, Patrick, Mike, before we close this Silver Lining podcast?
I definitely want to encourage. This is way off topic. This is a total tangent, but I would definitely say that the most interesting thing I am finding today, and I definitely want to encourage your listeners, the market, because we're talking to the same people, is really understanding like the shift that's being right now, the monumental shift that's happening right now in AI. So especially the new guys that are coming in that wanting to start an MSP or they're wanting to grow their MSP, is look and research how AI can expand your business, because I feel like you have the opportunity to be agile now and incorporate some of this new technology where some of these older MSPs don't have that same kind of like agility to navigate their business. So for us as a company, we're looking to integrate AI, pretty much throughout the vertical stack, from development to implementing it to our platform to even providing it to our customers to provide to their customers, as we mentioned earlier. So I definitely would like to say, as a piece of advice, really focus it, because what's going to happen in the next 5 years is nobody can even predict. And I think MSPs and IT consultants can be on the forefront of this, implementing these type of newer technologies into their customers or to their prospecting customers. So I definitely want to, I'm encouraging most of our customers to kind of research that as well.
Yeah, AI first mindset when you're building something.
Have to. It's not a suggestion. It's a requirement.
Yeah, I see that all over the place. Like when like in New Jersey here, when we drive on Turnpike, I don't see any sign without AI mentioned somewhere. It could be any type of company. It's like they have to have AI written on it. And even if they're making it up right now before they make it real, but they're still putting AI in. At least if they have nothing else, they have the domain called ITBD, for example, .ai. So there is you're right. If you're not thinking AI today, you are already behind.
Agreed.
And so thank you, Patrick. And thank you, Mike, for coming to my show. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Son. Thank you.
Thank you for watching Sunny's Silver Linings. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.